Nobody is the expert of future. Most of the experts are yesterday. So for the future, the best way you learn it is that, the early days, Alibaba had no money, no revenue. Nobody pay us. The revenue we got are all the email of thanks from customers. The customers send us email. Oh, Alibaba, you're so great. You're helping me a lot, but I don't have money to pay you. Fine. We know one day they will pay if we really help them. So the confidence is from the customers. Confidence is from your team. And your competitors always try to destroy your confidence. If your competitors spend a lot of time destroy your competence or confidence, that means you are good. Thank you.
Here's a guy. Sorry.
Well, my question is going to be...
Can you please
Ребят,
tell
не
who are
забудьте
you?
представляться, пожалуйста. Очень просим вас.
Меня зовут Тимур. Этого достаточно? Нет? Факультет экономический. Jack, my question is going to be a bit sophisticated. Well, it is going to be regarding Russian delivery system that you inspired us to build up a good one, better than it is now. However, obviously, we do not have this financial opportunity that your company has. Still, we do not have Alibaba delivery now. Well, it is the first question. Second question. It is obvious that as other spheres of production of goods and services in Russian economy is monopolized by government corporations. What do you think of perspectives and efficiency in terms of economic development of these current situations in the current market?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good questions. The first question is, we will build up a logistics system, but we don't have as much money as Alibaba. So how can you be successful, right? Tell me, anybody here has money for building up a logistics system? I don't have money for building up I don't think Alibaba has the money to build up Russia's logistics system. It costs billions of money. Nobody has the money. Bank has the money, they will not give you. This is the opportunity. First, it's impossible to build up a sophisticated, advanced logistics system within 1 year. Takes about 10, 15, 12 years. And you have to do little by little. This is the challenge I got. Year 2001, 2002. People came to me and say, when we go for raising money, people ask, how can you be successful? No internet in China enough, no logistic, no credit card, no money, no talents. How can you be successful? This question I've been challenged year after year. Because everybody has no money. That's the opportunity for entrepreneurs. Think creative. Every business starts from tiny business. When we start Alibaba, I go to China Post. I go to SOEs, say, can you help us to deliver? They say, no, you're too tiny, too small. We don't deliver. So we went to the entrepreneurs who wanted to deliver from their own village, own city, own province. So we're helping them. Today, we helped 65 million packages per day in China. We deliver them. How many people working on that? 3 million people working on that. We never do ourselves. We do not hire 3 million. We help them to get the jobs. So let me tell you, 15 years ago, China logistics system was so bad. China Post, same speed like Russia today. Nobody believed it would work. How can you work, right? China is also a big country. The only thing is we have more population, more people. But we think it's opportunity. The developed countries, the logistic cost of the economy is today 12% of the GDP, of the older cost. Country like China, underdeveloped countries, developing countries, they're like 16%. Today, because of the internet, we are able to lower down to 7 and 6%. This depends on you. It's your opportunity. If you want to do it, if young people want to do it, there's a chance. Don't talk to successful people. This world, to convincing successful people is the most difficult thing. We're not successful. You say, I want to deliver this thing for my city. I don't think about the whole Russia. Just my city, you will win. If you say, I want to build up a whole logistics for whole Russia, you don't have a chance. Nobody will give you money. Because everybody working for same cities, when you connect, it's going to be big. This is my advice. Russia has chance. You can learn a lot from Alibaba experience. Shorten. Right? So our packages deliver every day of our company alone, bigger than whole US package, whole country. We made it happen in 10 years. You also can make it happen. Right? It's not about money. When you do right, when you do proper, if you do the right direction, money will come. A lot of people say, if I have money, I'm going to do this. I say, you will never have money. If you do these things, you dedicate, you really want to do it, and you make progress, money will come. This is the first question. Second is about monopoly. Yeah. Russia, I saw Moscow. Very beautiful this time. Much cleaner. More traffic. Very tight. But I've never been to a lot of other cities. I think Russia economy should be focused on more private business, small business, not purely rely on the oil, gasoline, energy, big SOE, state-owned business, big private company. We should have more entrepreneurs, dynamic, tiny, small business. And this is what we think. This is the future of business model of 21st century. I think if we have more small business, every small business can exporting. Well, by the way, let me tell you, people say, Russia e-commerce is very developed. Russia e-commerce today is a tiny infant, baby, less than a baby. Your e-commerce put together less than 1% of the total Russian retail. It's more like 12 years ago China. It's a huge opportunity. But don't wait for the monopoly will do it. Don't wait for the SOE. Don't wait for the logistic ready. Don't wait for the bank ready. You should do before they are ready. If everything's ready, why they need you? If everything's ready, you have no chance. Because everything's not ready, you have the chance. But get ready for the tough days. Yeah, thank you.
Girl with curly hair. Of course. You will be next. Good.
Thank you. Yeah, first let me tell you that language is very important. But you speak good English does not mean you will do global business. Right? Mao Zedong he made a speech here, right? Mao Zedong does not speak English. Nixon did not speak Chinese, but these other two guys made a global deal, China, US are working together. It's the vision, it's the belief that you have that changed the world. But let me tell you other thing. Language is so important. It helped me a lot. Because of artificial intelligence, in the future, people say, I don't need to learn English or Russian or Japanese. A chip here can translate it quickly. No, it's not about language. It's about the culture. When you learn the other language, you start to understand the other culture. You start to appreciate, respect the other culture. When you appreciate, respect the other culture, you will be respected and appreciated by the others. Then you can work out together. I learned my English by myself when I was a child. I never got one day English training class outside China. But I think I understand the Western culture much more better than those Chinese students study outside. Because I'm not learning language, I'm learning culture. When you respect the other culture, when you appreciate the other culture, it's easy to make friends. If you don't like the other culture, you will never make friends. If you don't have friends, how can you do business? So I would say language helped me a lot. But most thing helped me is my respect for the different culture. I wish I could speak Russian. The more I come here, the more I learn a lot. I asked one of the Russian guy, why, Russian too tough and Chinese too gentle? How can they mix together? And he asked a very good, and he said, Jack, this country is so cold, we have to be tough. My city, Hangzhou, is so good weather, so we don't have to be tough. Yeah. So if you have to do everything with a translator, no good. Of course, sometimes you have to, right? But if you can understand a language that can communicate, it's easy for you to communicate, easy to understand, and be understood. Thank you. I hope I answered your question.
So let's ask this girl, which I wanted to ask, and then someone next.
Yep.
Please present yourself.
Easy. Yep.
Hello, my name is Marina Ross. I'm tech entrepreneur and I'm founder of Hydrop. It is a unique nano-cosmetics brand for apparel and footwear that was developed here in Moscow State University. So my question, Mr. Ma, before you created an Alibaba, all the small businesses in China, all the small manufacturers, they didn't have access to the global market. And right now, we have a similar problem in Russia, but with intellectual products. Not with manufactured goods, not with commodities, but with innovations, with inventions. Like, look at this audience. It is full of scientists and inventors. And we have many more. We have millions of talented people in Russia who are developing high-quality, creative, and innovative technologies. But our local market is too small. It cannot digest it. And it's a huge waste. And it's such a shame that all of these technologies are not serving to the humanity. So my question is, what would you advise us to do in order to give to Russian intellectual products access to the global markets?
All right,
Thank
good
you.
question. A lot of people have great technology inventions, but they cannot do business. Russia is too small market. And the outside market, there is no access. So how we can do it? Partner with the others. Partner with a company like Alibaba. Can help. So a lot of people, if you are good at invention, but you may not be good at marketing. If you're good at marketing, normally you're not good at invention. So people need to work together. If you have a great invention and you are extremely fun and good at invention and creative technology, must find good business people to partner. And finding good, so like me, I know little about technology. Today, I'm so happy we don't use PC. The only thing I can use my PC and send, receive email and browse. I don't know how to use. Today I'm happy we all use a mobile phone. I'm not a technology guy. But I know if we want to realize our dream, we must have the technology. But if I don't know the technology, we should invite the best engineers and scientists. I work with them. I listen to them. Nobody can do anything. What you should do is always form a team. I think it is very difficult to make an exact company like Alibaba. Again, you can make a company better than Alibaba, but it will be difficult to make exact business model. Our model, I will not say be great, but it's very workable. Our model, because of 18 years, especially for the first 10 years, nobody believed it. Everybody say, Jack Ma is stupid, crazy, doing something that will never make money. So the smart people, rich people, never be our competitors. That gives us a chance. So, finding good partner, find good team, and always focus on the things that you are good at. Focus on the things that you love. And that is what we call a partnership. By answering that, I give you advice for those young people. If you are 20 to 30 years old, please find a good boss, not necessarily a good company. Learn from the boss. Learn how to do it. When you are 30 to 40 years old, try to do something yourself if you really want to try. When you're 40 to 50 years old, do things that you are good at. After 20 years of learning, you should do something you're good at. When you are 50 to 60 years old, spend your time supporting young people. When you are over 60 years old, spend time with your grandchildren. Right? That is normally a lot of people like that. So when you are graduate, when you just in the university, don't think about, I want to resign from the school and be another Bill Gates, because Bill Gates left Harvard. There's only one Bill Gates in the world. When you graduate, find a company. Most important, find a good boss that can train you, discipline you, and tell you what is good and right. It's more important than a good company. Right? Of course, a good company, a good boss, even better. And then continue your life. It's all about the partner. Sure. Thank you.
This guy and
Оль,
yes, you or your friend, okay.
Оля, у нас последний вопрос, правильно?
Yes, and it will be the last question. Sorry, unfortunately, our time runs out.
You want me to repeat it?
Yeah.
I'll just repeat the question so everyone
Sorry,
can
I
hear.
did not catch it. Yeah.
So she said 3 weeks ago, Alibaba launched Tmall in Russia and is wondering what opportunities there are for people in the room to contribute to Alibaba's Tmall team.
Yes, and also the question is, how will you and your team develop Tmall in Russia?
How will you and your team develop Tmall here in Russia?
Thank you very much for this question. I think Tmall Russia is something that we are testing. Personally, my wish is that Tmall Russia can inspire as many young people, as many entrepreneurs as possible. They can do the same thing. We not necessarily want to make Tmall Russia big. I hope you understand my saying. Because we don't want Alibaba one day become the largest e-commerce company in Russia. This is not my dream. This is not our dream. We want, by working on Tmall Russia, a lot of know-hows, a lot of experience, a lot of things we'll learn from Russia market can share with people. So more young people in Russia start to do things on e-commerce. That is something that I really want to do. So we think that Alibaba, AliExpress is something we want to do a better job. AliExpress today is helping Chinese products or Asia products to Russia. The purpose is what we want is helping Russian products to the world. This is what we want to do. So we are very, very happy that before I came here, I was having a lunch with our team in Moscow. We have about 100 colleagues here. And I said, in 10, 15 years, we must have 5,000 people in Russia. That means we need at least 4,900 people. These 5,000 people is not to do e-commerce, because 5,000 people do e-commerce in Russia does not work. 5,000 people can support Russia SME to do e-commerce. 5,000 people can help logistic do better. 5,000 people can help payment better. 5,000 people can helping the SME promoting their products better. So this is our thinking. So many people keep on asking me, Jack, you know, you are coming here to conquer and occupy whole Russia. You are going to take away a lot of our business. No, no, no. This is not our purpose. We are not Amazon. We are Alibaba. I mean, does not mean we are better than Amazon. We just have a different business model. So we want to have more talents from Russia joining Alibaba. And we also have a lot of problems of translation for AliExpress, right? People say, have funny translations, which I'm sorry, I don't understand. But people say, it's great. We have a unique language capability. But I hope more and more young people in Russia getting jobs because of e-commerce infrastructure. Finding jobs on the logistic, but not logistic does not mean delivered. Logistic is smart logistic based on data technology and payment. So this is something about how to joining Alibaba. I'm very happy to hear that. And we have office here. And maybe I should write my email.
You can.
Yeah, okay.
Of course.
I write my email, but my contact email.
Jack?
Thank you. Because I don't read the email. You know why? I think the world is getting so complicated by reading emails. You write a long email, waste time. She write a long email, and then everybody email. Be efficient. Today, mobile phone is much more efficient. So, but I leave email address of the contact. So, if you are interested in working with Alibaba, joining Alibaba, and thinking about physics or computer or math, we'll be very happy, and we will get email and contact you.
Все нормально.
QUYAN at Taobao, right? Haven't worked.
So, unfortunately, our time...
My handwriting is terrible, but can sell a lot of money. Thank you.
Обязательно адрес еще продублируем, вы его увидите.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for all your questions. And thank you, Jack, for all your answers and all your stories. But it's not the end.
Пожалуйста, ребят, оставайтесь сейчас на своих местах. Мы знаем, что всем хотелось бы сфоткаться с Джеком или оставить себе на память какую-то память. Пожалуйста, ребят, потише можно? Сейчас мы сделаем селфи. Для того, чтобы сделать селфи, пожалуйста, оставайтесь на своих местах. Никто не встает. Оля сейчас развернется и с Джеком сделает селфи. Оль, готовы? Джек. Давайте.
A little bit here, yes.
Yeah, we should go over there. Yeah.
That's
here.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do like that.
Yeah, over there.
And from there.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah.
Come on.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess this is it.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much, Jack. Thank you.